Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful morning in sunny England. Sunny just about everywhere across the country today. Nice temperature. Shorts, see? And I've come out to see if I can paint something out here. Palette just over to the side. And you'll get the idea in a minute as things start. Now, what I've set up here is spare phone doing the videoing, and I'm plot your comments down here. Morning from Northamptonshire. Turn to everybody and go blah. Yeah, you might see my face, you might not today. Not sure why. I couldn't get my tablet to switch on to Facebook this morning. Okay, doesn't matter. Who else is with us? Good morning, Carl Lonsdale. Morning from sunny Hemel. Morning. Greetings. Nice to have your company. I'll have a little go and see what we get in here. Good morning, Billy the gardener.
Morning.
So,
can I say hello?
You can. There's a little camera just down here.
Hello.
Didn't see you there. If you come around the back of this, actually, you still got to put your head
You
right.
can see him in the camera there.
Oh, can you?
How
Okay.
many views have you got?
I don't know actually. There's one or two, so I'm going to have a little go at this today. See how I get on. Now, the reason I'm putting this dark colour on here, which looks black but it isn't, it's a very dark green, is to bring forward the things that are going to go in the foreground down here. And the reason I know about this colour here, and it's not what I've got immediately behind the camera this morning, is yesterday afternoon when I looked at this and plotted this, I said that's going to work. I know that's going to work. So I'll do that. Now better go and get some more green from my studio just behind me. Do you mind holding the brush, somebody please, because just leave it there. Pay attention. If it falls over, give me a yell. Right, got some colours and we'll see how we go. Now tell me what you're watching on this morning. I'm quite interested. Do you watch on your telly, your tablet, or on your phone? And what are you up to today? What are you doing? I took a cycle ride out yesterday afternoon, and the colours were immense. One or two people out enjoying the sunshine, and I got some nice images on my phone. Did some little bits of sketching actually. Oh yeah, I could show you what I sketched yesterday. Yeah, hang on. Hold fire, won't be mo. So I went out yesterday afternoon and I saw the first bit of apple blossom out. Oh, hang on. The paper's stuck in the sketchbook. What have I done? I shut it in a hurry. So a little bit of blossom coming out with the speckled light through the trees. I was trying to see how doable it was. Then I went down to the river and had a go at the brand new green that's coming through on the willows, you know, the cascading willow tree. Yeah, it was quite an image yesterday, but I got some photos and I thought I'll work on those. They're going to work. Right. Okay, I've got this really nice. Oh, hang on. Where's this Doré pink gone? I squirted this out 2 days ago, and it's just gone a little bit. That's it. Yeah, you can't see the image I'm painting. You're just seeing the painting happening, which will be quite a revelation when I show you what I'm actually painting, because it is right behind this board. It's immediately behind here. And that is rather exciting, actually. There are images to paint everywhere you look. What you need to do is open your eyes and you'll spot them. So, you saw him a moment ago. My son Billy the gardener is somebody who often talks about the colours of the garden, and you know, in better times will come home and say, I was working today in a garden where the magnolia was out. Or, by the way, you'll keep your eyes open, Dad, because in a week or so you'll see the wisteria cascading down over the around the trees, around the houses, and he's always right. This is lazy, this, using the same brush. But Impressionist artists paint the changing light. The change of the light is really important, and it changes every hour through the day. So the early morning light has a particular resonance and a quality about it, and then the mid-morning light, such as we have today, 11:30, not ready to quite hit the midday vibrancy. Now I'm going to mix some blue-grey with green. That's too bright a green. I want a darker, more muted green, a greyer green, grey-green. That's a nice colour. I'll put a little bit of... that's better. That's what that black is for. I squirted out some black the other day. Thought, I wonder when I'm going to need that. Well, I'm going to need it this morning to make that green, a bluey grey green. And you'll see that I've still got the burnt sienna on this canvas, and that burnt sienna is part of the painting. Right, who's coming in then this morning? Who's watching on their phone? Ben Johnson, having a nice chilled day. Beautiful out there. Taking the dog for a nice long walk, says Andy. Right, somebody watching on their laptop. Hello, Ed. Good morning from northern Scotland, Scott Keith. I bet your daffodils are looking fantastic, Scott. What part of northern Scotland are you? Are you in Aberdeenshire or further north into Argyll? Because particularly down the east coast, some of the best daffodil roadsides in Britain. Love that. You're a lovely part of the world. Who have we got here? Let me have a little scroll through. Sylvia, my cousin Sylvia. Hello Sylvia, good morning from Shropshire. Hi from the West Midlands, Dee Dee Lorraine. Haven Rockley Park, says Claire Welsh. You saw me there in the 1990s. You certainly did. That's a very nice caravan park, particularly if you can go just down to the water's edge and go and do some cockling. Go and catch cockles. Then you boil them up and out they pop, and they are delicious. The cockles of Poole Harbour, best in southern Britain by a long shot. Right, who else we got? Whacker Waves from Loads. Carol Martin watching in Southampton, and Clint in sunny Weymouth. Weymouth, my lover. I like Weymouth, nice part of the world. Great coastline. I took a family holiday there some years ago. We took my Down syndrome brother Martin, came with us, and we went down to the bottom edge of the beach on the way to Osmington, and there was a theme park or a little go-karting track there, and they were really good with Martin with Down syndrome. They got him into his car with a helmet on and gave him a ride around that track all on his own. He absolutely loved it. So thank you to Weymouth for that. Very generous offer, the way you looked after my... I've always thought how nice that was. Very, very special. Right. This paint's coming on nice and thickly here. I'm beginning to quite like the way this is looking. I'll show you where we're up to. What we've been going, 15 minutes or so? If you just tuned in and you're wondering what's happening, I'm painting in my garden this morning. This is Malletts Pallette live from my garden in Berkshire. Alright, little pause there, got to get some more bright yellow. Just keep an eye on that and I'll show you what we're doing in a second. Just to give you a little idea of the setup this morning, how I've set this up. So, usually I've got my tablet in the studio propped up, and I just run that. But today I couldn't get the tablet to work. Old mobile phone here, and it's resting on an easel, one of my spare easels. Over the top of all this I've got an umbrella, casting a shadow across the board, which is A3 size for those who care about these things. That's the size of image I'm working on. And then I've got a little stool on which is resting my palette here. And then I'm sitting on a chair looking at the view just behind this board, literally just behind it. So you'll see what I'm painting when I do the reveal. Do the reveal until I'm ready, but you'll get the idea. You can see some colours and some shape turning up at this stage. You can see a little bit of crimson coming into here, some nice purple on this side, a very dark shadow at the background, and you're thinking, why has you got dark shadow there when there's no dark shadow immediately behind? I mean, that's just ludicrous. You can see the fence posts. So we'll have a little look and see if they're going to go in. Right, who else is watching? Somebody watching in Ottershaw in Surrey. That's James. Hello, James. Yeah, I know your dad, Brian. Yeah, Mad Brian. Always sends me a very rude birthday card. Your dad, Brian, lives down on the Isle of Wight, I believe. And he's lovely. Like him very much. So thanks, James. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Nice to have your company. Right, I'll let that pause, that one there. Let's get another brush out. We've got a bunch of brushes here. Oh, that's a nice one. Take some of this purple. And it will go nicely onto there, just like that. That's it. That's what I wanted it to do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, let's get the sunlight really strong across here. Right, put those brushes down, Mallet. Where's that purple gone? Here it is. Mineral Violet Light, it's called. And it's good on its own. It's quite a dark purple. I'll put it, actually no, I'll add the white back into that. So this brush now will be my light purple, and this brush here will be the dark purple coming underneath. Greetings, Terry. How nice to have your company. Now, Terry, an hour or two ago, was down on the beach at Surfers Paradise. They're still allowed down on the beach at, in Surfers. What a lucky fella. And Terry, my good friend in Queensland. Lovely to have you with me this morning, Terry. Hugo Webb is watching in sunny, windy Salford, watching the world go by, trying not to climb the walls. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Though I have to say, somebody made an interesting comment yesterday. They said, I quite like the fact I haven't got to make any decisions. I don't have any decisions to make about where to go or what to do today. All I've got to do is be at home, stay safe, and get through the day. Yeah, that's it. That's all you've got to do. So, how do you make the most of that? That was a cough. Uh-oh. Not a dry cough. That is quite a liberation. I thought a lot about this when I was on my big bike ride a couple of years ago, just being on your own, and all you had to do each day was make the most of every day. No decisions. been a couple of debates. Mrs. Mallett's busy in the office doing emails and catching up with friends, talking to them. Billy the gardener is busy on a computer game. And I am painting the arrival of spring in my garden. Well, it's starting to, things are happening here. What else have I got now? Ian, good morning, nice to see you. It's a windy morning with you in Blackburn. Okay, put those into there. Now, where is it? Ah, it's in my studio. Back in a second, carry on. Permanent rose and ray, the two tubes I'm looking at. Permanent rose. Squeeze it out. Oh, I don't want to come out. What's the matter with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's quite an old tube, this. Somebody was asking, why are you painting in the shade? Well, if I was to move this umbrella that's right above our head, this would change. I'd get light and shade going right across there. It would be all over the place. It would be really hard to spot it. Hello from the Isle of Sheppey in Kent, Maria. Nice to see you. How is lockdown compared to the jungle? Now that's an interesting comment. That's a very, very good question. And I'll tell you, there is a little bit actually about being in the jungle, being in lockdown. It's a really good observation because you can't do anything. You're stuck. You're stuck in that funny little jungle environment where you've got these 12 other people, most of whom you never want to see again. Some of them are good fun. Yeah, look, some of them are. But some of them are like, oh, crikey, can't they be quiet? No, they can't. So there is that feeling of, oh, right, so here we are, and make the most of it somehow. And weirdly, in that jungle environment, you look forward to the trials. You look forward to doing something. Do you feel a bit like that now, you know, being at home? I don't think so, because, you know, there's a rhythm and a routine for the day that will involve doing some domestic stuff, checking the fridge is stacked up enough and you've got enough food. I don't know about you, but we're eating loads more than we normally would. Loads. Because you can. You're at home, so you do. Got a takeaway last night. I had a takeaway pizzas and watched Gavin and Stacey. Oh, I love Gavin and Stacey. What a great show that is. So that was our full-on entertainment last night, and there were howls of laughter from the whole Mallett clan. Just enjoying it all. Right, I'm going to put quite a dollop of this here. You can see that it's a different shade to the other bits. Right, now then, let's get the blue hyacinths. Oops, I just told you what I'm painting. Grape hyacinths, they are called. Grape hyacinths. Blue ultramarine in them. Yeah, I like these. So anybody watching here and thinking, what is he painting? I'm painting the view that I can see, because I am a few feet above you. You're at around about canvas height here, or belly height. You're just what, a couple of feet off the ground, and because I'm taller than you, I can see over the top here and can see my view. Right, that's starting to look like something. Okay, but I want to get a little bit of that grey green into there. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I find it very useful having your company here, because observation and your spare pair of eyes that make it quite useful. You often spot things that I don't, so I quite like that. I want to have a nice yellowish green, and I'll show you why in a minute. But there's some strands of bright yellow coming up here. The order is an interesting one, isn't it? The order. Shall I show you what we're doing? Let's have a little look. Just come forward for you. Can you see? Yeah. But I didn't reveal what I was painting. I know you were going, oh come on Mallet, show us what you're doing. Show us what you're painting. No, you'll have to wait. You just got to be patient. You will see. I will show you, but I'm just not going to show you yet, because that will be the joy. Then the interesting, weird thing will be to get the reveal, not of the painting, but the reveal is of the scene that I'm painting. And you already are questioning me. I can see it, because there's a fence there. Now, very good observation from Terry. And Terry made a comment and he said, what's that? Is that the old bike I left at your house, Timmy, in 2012? And Terry, you're absolutely right. Just over here is the bike sculpture. I made this sculpture out of an old bike. An old bike that actually has quite an impact in my life, because that's the bike that I cycled the London to Brighton cycle ride in June 1987. That bike, and I've made it into a sculpture. It's got all sorts of things attached to it, which makes it rather special. And Terry, my good friend from Brisbane, who's watching this morning, rightly commented, is that the bike I left at your place 2012? It's bits of it, Terry, bits of it. Good morning, says Brad Godson. Enjoying the observation. Thank you, Brad. Nice to have you here. I tried standing up to peek over the canvas, Timmy. Couldn't see a thing. Says Jeff. No, you can't see a thing, and I do like it that you are going to have to bite your tongue and be patient. Oh, come on. Show us what's there. Go on. No, you'll have to wait your turn. And it's no good, all those who know Billy, ringing Billy to say, tell us what is he painting. Because I've told him not to tell you. And if he does, he'll be in trouble. Now that's starting to look like something. What am I going to do over there? We'll have a little bit more of that darkness just coming into here. Okay. Yeah, but now you're going to say, but hang on, what can't we have the bit of bike in the image? So just for those who want to see a bit of the bike in, because you can see the bike, is I'll put it in. Okay, there you go. And on the other side we'll have a hint of the fence, because you can see the fence. So I'm going to give you that. I'll give you that, just that bit, just because you can see it. We'll have that in. All of this canvas is held on by a piece of tape onto a tiny little easel. It's a very small easel. And why I'm doing this bit of darkness. Isn't that exciting? I'm the only one who can see what I'm painting. You're going, he's just making it up. I know, he's just making it up. Yeah, well, of course, I do have artistic license. Got one of those. Oh, that brush is old and mank. I'm going to throw that out. I'm not using that one again. Well, you've got this. You can use that. Oh, that's a bit hard. I don't think you've washed this one properly, Mallet. Am I supposed to wash it? Yeah, you are. You're supposed to clean your brushes after every session. Am I really? Yeah. Right. Who else is on with us this morning? Good morning, Roger Boyle. Nice to have you with us. Jason Clark. Paint along with Nancy. No, I don't remember that. Right. Starting to feel like something. Now, where's that blue gone? Yeah, that's it. Now, I need some more of that blue. Where is it? Ah, here it is. It's the cobalt. Cobalt blue. Lovely. Cobalt blue is on shutters that you see in Europe. When you see shutters in Europe, they're always cobalt blue. Why? I guess it's just the cheapest colour. It's got to be to do with price. I do with a palette knife here. Do with a palette knife. I could also do with a cup of tea. When I paint, I'm not putting on the exact blobs. I'm not drawing it. I'm using the colour, the pieces of paint, and the contrast between light and shade to make the shape of what I'm drawing. So I don't draw it, just not drawn. Where's that pale grey gone? Aha! Good afternoon. It's afternoon already. And for those of you who may have been watching in the last 10 minutes or so and thinking, where's he gone? I've got a story for you. I've got a really good story as to why the program cut off. And the good news is it wasn't your fault. It wasn't you what did it. That interrupted. And you were really enjoying it. I know you were, and so was I. And then all of a sudden we dropped off the air. The answer lies not at your end, but at my end. Not even here by the painting. But I'm telling you this, I can't believe it. Hilarious. The answer is we had a fridge issue. Okay. A fridge issue, right. So this fridge arrives from a pal, and it came last year, and it was stuck in the shed and forgotten about until Mrs. Mallett, we could do with that fridge going. I'll get it going, she says. It'll be really good. It'll be good to put some beers in, or some wine, because we could do with it. So get it out of the shed like we did this morning. About it, and then it got washed and made good. And then while I'm doing this, somebody plugged it in. All power trips out everywhere. The whole house goes bosh. Oh, and then she's on the phone to the electrician, who says, "What? Why?" Well, it's something you've just plugged in that's going to ruin that. Oh, would it be anything to do with this fridge? Yes, it would. So, so the fridge is fridge, which is why somebody probably gave it to us in the first place. But why on earth did we keep a rubbish fridge? I don't know. No idea why a rubbish fridge was kept, but it was, and now it'll go to the tip. Oh, the tip's shut. Right. So we're stuck with a rubbish fridge that, if you plug it in, causes a disaster everywhere. Right, well that's no good then. And that is what caused Wi-Fi to drop out, everything else, and for you to lose the signal and the broadcast in the middle of the painting. So the painting went because of the fridge. A fridge that's been living quite happily in the shed for a year, and we don't need it. We do not need that fridge. Why have we got a rubbish fridge that is not needed? Go and buy one. Go and get another one if you want a fridge that badly. Can't get one. Yes you can. You buy them online. Everything's bought online these days. The whole world is online, and everybody's doing that. So there you go. So it was reboot the entire house, reset all the timers, reset everything, and see if you can get it going again. Get the stream going. And look, we're live from my garden. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to have you with me, and I'm painting live from my garden. I slept in. Where have you been? Welcome back. What were you doing? Look, I've just told you, it's the fridge. It's just a fridge. A fridge that is now an extinct fridge. But there was a lot of laughter involved in this. You know, listening to the electrician say, it's probably something you plugged in, and discovering, yeah, it was. Right, I'm painting in my garden in Berkshire. You can't see what I'm painting because the canvas is in the way. But interestingly, something's happening here. I've set up an old phone. This is an old phone here. Canvas here, little space, little stool with my paints on, and then an umbrella here casting a shadow. But it's not casting a shadow over the whole picture anymore. No, it's not. Right, well, this will be interesting, seeing how we cope with that. I'm going to show you in a minute what it is we're looking at, and we'll see if the reveal works. If you've just tuned in, I started this, what time did we start? An hour ago? Yeah, I think so. So, where are you watching this morning? What can you see? Right, I'm going to get out that purple here and go through this again because, let's try that other dark purple I've got here. Yeah, I can mix that with that. That will work. When I cycled and painted the Camino de Santiago, I took with me acrylic paints, which are a little easier to work with when you're traveling. Using these acrylics, these oil paints, they take longer to dry, and you have to be a little bit more precise. This is good, that's good, I like that, I like that. Dollop of purple. Right, folks watching, tell me where you're watching this morning, this afternoon. I'm interested. And I promise there'll be no more fridges which has been stretched and taped into position. Flower. That is one of the great spring blooms, and it's right behind my board, and in a second I'm going to reveal it so you'll see what I'm painting, and that will be a revelation, and you'll go, really? I didn't expect it would look like that. The reason I've put a dark background in here, it is that yesterday afternoon, when I was thinking about painting this, I noticed that the background was in darkness, and it highlighted these vibrant spring colours here. Right, that little bit of business going on there is a nuisance, but I'll show you where I'm up to. Are you ready? Now, look, you can see jonquils, grape hyacinth, and 2 different shades of aubretia. And those different shades of aubretia are what I have growing here. There it is. That's what I've been painting this morning. You see? Come a smidget closer. Right. Different purples, grape hyacinth. The jonquils have actually finished, but then we've got this crimson aubretia here as well. And that's what I've been painting here. Okay folks, that gives you a little idea of what I've been doing this morning. Thank you for your company. I think we're probably at a finished state there. Tom Sadler watching from Egham in Surrey. You can see Windsor Castle on top of the hill. That's nice. So your thoughts please. Your thoughts on this. I'm pleased with the way this has turned out in the last hour. Sorry about that. I'll put that down there. That's a bit easier. Beg your pardon. Little breeze this morning. I'm a bit anxious about the breeze because you don't want to lose anything. So what I was looking at here, and these are the last few brush strokes really, is the difference that happens when you're painting light and shade. Light and shade. It's what the Impressionists taught us and the way I like to paint. Light and shade throughout the whole thing. And there you go. That is my Malletts palette done for this morning. Thank you for watching. There will be more again tomorrow. I'm looking at how spring is emerging across our beautiful land, because all we have to do is stay at home, stay safe, and watch spring emerging. So from Timmy's garden, this is Mr. Mallett saying thank you for watching, thanks for your company, and stay safe, have a lovely rest of the day. If you want to see some more art, mallettspallette.co.uk. Ta-da!